Welcome to my day 33 progression guide. So as predicted, we did not get a level increase, but we should get one tomorrow. So you want to try to make sure you reach level cap today. So starting out, you want to do Mia's Kitchen, you want to do your bounties. Then if you have any ruins, you might want to save it for tomorrow. And then if you still have any story left over, you can consider saving that for tomorrow. Just make sure you complete it by Wednesday, because most likely to get to Artificial Island, you're going to need to have your story completed. Now let's take a look at Vitality. So for today, we got access to 3 joint operations. We have Bracer's Chest, Samir and Huma Matrix. We have Shoulders, Helm, and Ashiro Matrix. Then we got Boots, Belts, and not very good matrices. So today you kind of have your pick at what you want to go for. I recommend the Boots, even though the matrices aren't the greatest. That way you can get some really strong crit boots. Even though we have a joint op with the Samir Matrix, in Artificial Island we get a world boss that has a chance at dropping a Samir Matrix. Next, we have Interstellar Exploration, so you want to make sure you check your Stargates. As you see here, I have 2 or more in this category, so it's a level 3 Stargate. It's also a booster frame, so this is something really good to do. But you also want to remember to check all of your materials and see if you have enough to level up all your weapons once you reach level 65. So you might want to consider doing some level 2 Stargates that have booster frames and nanofibers. Then if you can't find any level 3 Stargates, you can consider doing Dimensional Trials, but just make sure it's difficulty 5. And if you need some money, you can do Space-Time Domains, but just make sure it's difficulty 5. And now for a few other ways to get XP, but I want to go ahead and introduce another map that I found, and I like this one a lot better than my last one. Now it's not 100% accurate, but it's at least better than what I had. So as I mentioned in my previous video, I recommended that you do Side Quest. But the nice thing about this map is that if we look in the exploration section, you can click on side missions and you can go around and make sure if you've done all the side missions. Another nice thing is that you can click on the icons, and sometimes to bring up a picture showing what that person looks like. That way you can tell if you already did that quest, or at least help you find it easier. On top of that, you can click this found button and it'll go ahead and gray it out. That way you can keep track of what you've already done easier. But the really nice feature, it has it ready for Artificial Island, when we go to Vera, and even when we get to a whole new location. So I'll leave a link down in the description to this map. But other ways to get XP, you can go for supply pods, password chests, just make sure you force decipher because you want to save those for Vera, and rusted iron chest. But if you need a couple other ways to get XP, check out my XP video. Then don't forget to do your daily gifts. You want to go to the black market and talk to Hopkins. You want to go to Cetus Island and do the claw machine. Then you want to do your 2 ability trainings. Quick tip, if you get the rhythm training, Samir is MVP. Next, you want to maintain your vehicle. So some of the best places is Astra Shelter. The next place would be Bangi Shelter. After that, we got the Black Market. And the best place, High Crows. Also attack any elemental rocks you see for crystals. Now for the Road of Strife event, you want to make sure that you get your maximum star grit for today. I finally caught up, so I only need 1200 for today, but the reason why you want to do this is, let's take a look at the shop. So in the shop, I bought everything I can. The only thing I have left are these matrix packs and gold. But if you notice, gold has a daily limit, and to get all 200, it's going to cost 1000 star grit. So you want to make sure you buy everything in the shop today, and whatever star grit you have left over, you buy gold. Then starting tomorrow, you buy the 200 gold every day until the event is over. Next, we have the weekly tab, so you want to make sure you knocked out everything up top, which brings us to our challenges, starting with the Bygone Phantasm. So today is the last day to climb the ranks in the Bygone Phantasm. Unfortunately, I was not able to play last night, so I got a lot of work I need to do. Then we got Void Rifts. Again, these are great to do, so that way you make sure you get that Matrix row. Also, you have a chance of getting a go to Matricy. And of course, you want to check and see if this is a first time boss for you, which it is for me. So I'm going to make sure that I do this one today. Then we got the Wormhole. Again, you have 3 days to complete that endless mode, so just make sure you knock that out. Then we got Frontier Clash. If you have some attempts, I recommend that you go ahead and knock those out, especially if you have been using the Crow strategy to get a lot of those chests. And last but not least, we have the Apex League. Remember, if you're trying to reach Grand Marshal, you might want to put a couple hours in each day. Then we got our daily buys, so you want to go to shop, pots, and buy your 2 vitality solutions. Now this is only if you can afford it. Next we have the Commissary, starting with the Crystal Dust store. Now today is your last day to buy your advancement modules and your booster modules, so you want to make sure you do that. Then for your go Crystal Dust, I recommend that you either buy hand guards or you buy boots. But again, the hand guards I believe is the best joint operation to run, especially if you're going to use vitality solutions. So you might want to just try to get a good pair of boots, but that's up to you. Then we have the weapon store. Now, if you don't have a lot of black code, you might actually want to save this. especially if you're rolling for Claudia, because while you roll for Claudia, you might get some more SSRs. So you might want to just wait and see what you get once you roll for Claudia, and then you can kind of decide what you want to do with your black gold next week. Next, we got the crew store. Again, the only thing that I think is worth getting right now are just relic shards, and you might even just want to save so that way you can get that Omnium shield. And how you get the crew points, you want to make sure you're doing your daily donations and make sure you completed your 4 missions for the week. Support store. Now you want to make sure you buy your 3 joint supply chips for the week. And you also might notice that I have a lot of support points and I'm not really buying anything else. Like, there's a couple things in here that are alright. You got the black nucleus and you got the gold. But from what I hear is that we're going to be able to use these support points once we go to Vera to get us some more resources. So I'm just saving all of my extra support points for the future. But some of the best ways to get support points is Frontier Clash normal, to where you get 375 support points, a lot of experience, and machine parts. Also, you can do Matrix Drills, difficulty 1, have a team of 2, and you can spam that for 150 support points. Or you can do Void Rift for 150 support points, or you can farm world bosses to where you force Decipher and you get 100 support points as well as machine parts. And now for our optionals. So you might want to go achievement hunting, so that way you can get those rows. And since we're going to Artificial Island soon, you might want to try to knock everything out here that you can. After that, you can explore the map. I was able to use a new map, and I finally got all the world exploration in all the areas. Or you can go mount farming. Alright, well hopefully you enjoyed this. If so, check out my day 32 video. But other than that, talk with you guys later.